Welcome to Wind Tunnel with Wayne the Brain Despain. So this weekend I didn't know what to do with myself. There wasn't any NASCAR or motocross, AMA motocross. There was mxgp, Lommel, legendary track there. Deep sand. No Coonins. I mean, they really didn't seem to show up. Sasha was there limping around. Camden McClellan, South African Sandman. He got both motos. Came from behind in both of them. Made some good passes. Simon Langenfelder, he's getting a little better than he was, but he's not up to winning speed with the Triumph boys. And he looks like he's getting frisky, running guys off track. This time it actually worked. Last time with Perez, it didn't last week. But yeah, he really does not want to join the trend of these recent MX2 champions that have not been able to defend their titles. I think it had been since Prado, maybe, that somebody actually defended a title. Even Tom Vial, the last two-time MX2 champ, he didn't defend. He went a year in between. Renault won that year in between his titles. So then MX1, that was all Jeffrey Hurlings. He dominated. Those Hondas have been getting really good starts. He just flat tracks around that first turn. But he looked like he wasn't happy after the race. I don't know if something with the bike or what, but Roman Febvre, huge wreck. He was running second, battling with DeWolf right at the end of that second moto. That cost him an overall podium. Well, he had a big get off, but he got up in third, and then the bike failed on him on the last lap. And then actually there was a little bit of NASCAR. The Arca East was at, I think, Flat Rock, and there's only like 3 good cars, and then the rest are just like moving chicanes, kind of. I don't know. But I mean, the action up front, they were all nudging each other out of the way for pretty much the entire race. But that's just what's going to happen when you have only 2 or 3 good cars and the rest of the field is getting lapped multiple times. It's a short track, it's flat, you got big fenders. There's nothing to do but just shove everybody over and over again. Kind of wanted to see that independent Kitzmiller get the win, but yeah, Max Reeves in the Gibbs car. I think something must have happened to Carson Brown. I only saw the highlights in the Pinnacle car. He was laps down or whatever, I don't know. And then on the dirt, yeah, Williams Grove, the Outlaws ran there. Gravel won the Saturday, or the latest feature they had there. Wasn't much passing there. Tanner Thorson went to Wheatland with Power Eye with his new owners, the JST people bought the Rod Gross team. They ran number 32. I don't know if that's going to be from now on. Change the number from 88 to 32, or I don't know if it's just for that one or what, but yeah, Thorson won over there. Wheatland. Rico Abreu, he went to Knoxville. He got a win. The late model stuff, they went up to Cedar Lake over the weekend. I think Pierce got it there. There was good racing. They had 2 features. I forget exactly. I already saw the highlights a few days ago. It's not as fresh in my mind. I watched on NBC Sports the sports car, the endurance race from Road America. Yeah, that one got pretty hectic at the end. But the blue Wayne Taylor Cadillac got the win. The Wheeling Cadillac, after spinning out the DHL throwback Porsche and then getting run off track and having that big wreck with the Mark Donahue throwback Porsche. Yeah, that was crazy. And then the Inter Europol won the LMP2. The GTD Pro was the first win for the Temerario Lamborghini. And then the day later, the PAF team announces they're leaving the sport. The owner's doing getting more involved in the ownership group at the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. They want to put like a karting facility there or whatever. And they want to do a bunch of stuff for the winter. I guess indoor kart. I don't know. They're gonna do a bunch of stuff. I guess the PAF team. It was a fun ride, you know, watching the plaid Porsche and then that one year with the plaid-ish McLaren. But you know, seeing them come back to the front of the pack, like now getting the Lamborghini Temporario, their first win in IMSA, that's cool. But yeah, I hope somebody else takes their place. The Lamborghini sports car stuff as a whole has been a little bit rocky lately. They don't run the GTP car anymore. I don't know. Paul Miller Racing, they said they might leave if, like, they might pull out. I don't know. They used to run Lamborghini. Maybe they can go pick up the Temporario. And then apparently Random Vandals is going to step up for, they're going to run in the IMSA WeatherTech with the BMW factory deal or something. The GTD AM class, that was won by the Windward Mercedes. They were pretty dominant in the class like the last couple of years, I feel like. I don't know, I haven't watched it all too closely. What else? Oh yeah, EMX 250, the championship leader, Francisco Garcia, he was out with a small injury. He should only be out for like one race. He should be back for the next race, I think they said. I don't know exactly how the schedule works out or whatever, but he still has a huge point lead. His teammate Jake Cannon missed out on the opportunity to gain some points. He was on the ground a lot at Lommel. They already only like undercard class. The EMX 125s didn't run. The EMX Open ran. Yuri Havisto won that. Yeah, Kendi Diker, he was racing. I was looking to see. I think they said he crashed while in the first motor, so I don't know if he even landed for the second one. But yeah, Nikolai Skofberg, he got the overall. He was making good passes. He's put himself back in the second in points. I wonder what's going to happen with the MX2 rider market next year, really. Like, Perez is probably going to move up to Triumph MX1 now. We're seeing, I guess, the whole Cowie deal. He's not going to Cowie. I don't know who they're going to get, though. Would they keep Jonas? I don't know. But, you know, where does Julius Mikula? Does he get, like, a upgraded ride? Who gets the Carly bike that the Conans are leaving? I think Maxime Renault's pretty much there for MX1, but MX2 could be one of the Rizalises, maybe Lata, I don't know. Seeing Vlaanderen could go to SR Honda, and they're bringing in Febra to Ducati. I guess it'll just be a two-man team. We started this year with 3, but then Seaward left. Yeah, Loretta Lynn's is starting up this week. The family vacation, you know, most expensive family vacation out there. I just feel like these kids have a lot of pressure on them. These dads mortgaging their houses, and I don't know. It's like travel baseball, you know. Just gets too much of an investment that the family puts in to make the kid a big sports star. It's like, I don't know. Part of me is kind of disgusted by it, but then kind of thinks, you know, I guess if you keep it fun, if you don't financially wreck yourself and your family, like if you're responsible, it doesn't have to be that bad. Monster Jam was in Foxborough, and they had an arena event in Savannah, Georgia. Charlie Pauken was up against Excalibur. You know, he was driving Gravedigger up against a Mike Pag drives Excalibur. Dalton Widner was there with the Wild Side. He's with Garners now. He left Team Throttle. He's with Garners now. But yeah, the Monster Jam in Foxborough, that was like a mutter. It was, for some reason, they had it on Thursday. The racing, or the competition debut for Power Rush. Camden Murphy won racing and the overall. Jamie Sullivan and the Sparkle Smash won freestyle. Looked like a pretty good show, I guess.